Okay, so we're back. Doki Doki. I'm using a better mic now. Still have the audio delay, so great. But you know, let's do this. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Hell yeah. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might happen when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's Sunday already. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I'm assuming she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, John.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
Yeah. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see
Yuri
today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Yuri then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, John.
Huh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been so worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Yeah.
Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Ah.
Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, John. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're just gonna make me say it, aren't you, John? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care to waste? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Huh?
Why is it you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Not a good look, dude. Because if I'd known, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, John. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So, that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, John. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace.
John.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
John.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Don't do this, John.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change, and I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, John. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are warm. That's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun, right?
Yeah.
How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kinda hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. So, yeah, if anyone out there is dealing with depression, seek help, if you can. And if you can't, just know, it doesn't last forever. I'm not good at giving these speeches. Just know I dealt with it. I'm dealing with it. But it does get better eventually. With help from the right people. Not necessarily your friends, because there are people who want to help and are qualified to help. Those are the ones you want to go to. But, hold one moment. Okay. Water.
Gotta drink a glass of water.
Alright. Okie dokie. Artichoke. I say goodbye to Sayori and leave her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is coming over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Oh, hell yeah.
Thank goodness. You're a little
early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You could have always texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
Huh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I take Yuri to my room. Hell yeah. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
Haha, I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
Nah. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you're here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would gladly have helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if to make sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Zip?
Yes. I have a few things planned out that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
Well, I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is it a bad thing?
No. No, it's the best thing, Yuri. No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and just use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance. reflection? It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Like that. Wow, that smells terrible. Wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Damn fucking mic stand keeps drooping. No.
Stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flowing through your body. You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavy. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with everything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several... Excuse me. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper to fold origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. Then we'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway in the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons and create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. I did.
Is that so?
Hold on.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me? Or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, John. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Huh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're going to think it's weird.
No. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is, but the combination of craftsmanship and a feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this.
Haha.
You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife. Ugh, sorry, I don't know what's up with me today. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around into my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
John! Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound.
Kind of, hell yeah. Kind of, I don't know.
I can feel her tongue curl around my finger. Okay, I'm into it again. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back.
Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri,
that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I'm rock hard right now, and I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Yeah, did you really just do that?
Hour even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy.
You're so weird, John.
Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be a very effective door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Zip? Yeah, let's do it. What did you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner.
Damn it!
That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets.
We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring them back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm.
Oh.
Nothing. Your face is a little red. It's too hot in here. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong. So, let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we could do something simple. That would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, we'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you gonna write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I don't even want to. It's just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes everything feel a bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kya! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No. I'm not hurt. Just startled. That's all. Sorry, I should have asked for you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back in front of her. Hell yeah. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot.
So,
I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Huh?
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. Hell yeah. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers, wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue to follow. I can't read the words! Following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling in the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Oh, excuse me. Looking at the batter as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
No, not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it's best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
It's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. No, there is, Yuri, there is.
Phew.
You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
Ah, no, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have a little extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all our things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with a friend in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it could happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need from me to bring tomorrow. Yeah, that.
I will. Well, then,
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out that much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So,
you're very thoughtful, John.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Hell yeah, second base.
I kinda like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get the chance, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori! Hi, John.
Sayori! You blue-balled me. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, John. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Ah, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be able to get together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Yeah, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me
really happy
that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling it this way, John? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, John. If I weren't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just...
Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori, what I said before was true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden on your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, John. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. John, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said that I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. Fuck. See, I want to... But I love Yuri. Fuck. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, but please trust me that I know what's best, and I will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were.
I see.
Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression.
This is what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori?
It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right.
God, I keep forgetting to give her a goofy voice, but I don't want to right now. Because, yeah, this hits home.
I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down this path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right that I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, John. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all.
So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. I'm not gonna scream. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! Man. Ugh. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble at understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I have got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Man. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but she isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The batter Yuri and I painted is dry, so I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text this morning reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too.
John, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised that you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but suddenly I remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because that's what I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all?
Ha You should take a little responsibility for her, John. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Exchange? Monika, you know about that?
Of course I did. I'm the club president after all.
But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so
don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Eh? Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Oh. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head a bunch of times. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she told me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. John, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave for the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monika calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same the same as they've always been. That's all she needs. That's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori! She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Brace for it. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Brace for it. But she really leaves me no choice. Brace for it. I gently open the door. Sayori! Oh. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be here for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How can I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ear. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything that I could have done to prevent this. If I'd just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do will bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never! The end. So, yeah. Oh my. Well, something's up with the game. Yeah, so those who know knew that was coming. Those who don't, it's gonna get a whole lot weirder now. This is a horror game. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together on school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away, dick. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. You know, like I always have. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Hell yeah. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Before I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. John? Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we sat in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? I've just been looking for some supplies for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Well, I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Nah, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I couldn't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. God, I'm really dehydrated. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Yeah, well, I could see that. But it's really not that boring, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, John, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how can I refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, John. You know that? It's nothing really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time.
You're more important. I can't talk. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. And this audio delay is killing me. I dejectedly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
Excuse me.
A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, John.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student.
Ha, anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into John in a classroom, and he's decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monika! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget about that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, John?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take the seat next to Monika.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. So, you keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, who doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Huh, I guess.
Ha! Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, John, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I really don't think it have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements really immerse me as well.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Ha! Get it? They were talking to us.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped to something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. Usually you like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back.
Fine.
You know, it's been a while now. I want to keep going, but we are going to have to continue this next time. Plus, I want to see what's up with this mic, see if this is a good solution to crappy audio. So, good night, everybody. These go up in the morning. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, shit.